Now some questions, some argument also. I think small room, more louder, then okay. Yes.
Hi.
Huh?
Hello.
Yes.
My name is Lindsay Schacht from Kivunim, and as the granddaughter of a Holocaust survivor, I feel as though it's my duty and my responsibility to continue the memory of my grandparents and my ancestors and repeat the mantra of never forget and never again. So I wonder, when Tibet is free and when you return to your land, will you feel the same as never forgetting and never forgiving the tragedies that were given upon your people? Or will you exercise compassion and forgiveness and letting go of what they did to you?
I believe in order to develop a genuine harmony, forgiveness important. In order to carry forgiveness, you should remember what happened past event. With that, the genuine spirit of forgiveness comes. If you forget past, there's no basis of forgiveness. Clear? I think Jewish people, I think Holocaust. One occasion, my visit Poland, I visited Auschwitz.
The Holocaust.
The place where actually burned Jewish human being. So the kasa tabs kasari. Furnace.
Fire.
Yes. People putting there and burned. I very much moved. So Jewish people, I think through centuries, I think you people suffer a lot, particularly during Second World War under Nazi control. So that sort of memory should develop more enthusiasm, not revenge feeling. But on this planet, that kind of thing should never happen. The opposite is sense of brotherhood, sisterhood, on the basis of sameness of human being. So I telling Tibetan, historically we are an independent country, but the world changing, like a European country. So we also can carry spirit of union. So since 1974, we decided not seeking independence, but remain within the People's Republic of China, provided they must respect Tibetan culture and Tibetan language. Now today, it has become quite clear, Tibetan language is the best language to explain sophisticated Nalanda philosophy. I wish some brilliant Jewish study these things, not as a religion, but as an academic subject about the human mind, about the human emotion, and how to tackle our emotion. That through logical approach. That's an Nalanda tradition, not just a faith. Faith, just a faith, almost like superstitions. Fastus, blind faith. Blind faith brings superstitions. So that I think outdated. We must be alert. Even Buddha said something. We have right to examine whether this is sufficient reason or not. It is some Nalanda master. You see, they rejected some Buddha's own teaching. If you accept this, it goes against reason. So we must follow reason, not faith. So eventually, I think Tibetan language can be very useful to explaining these ancient Nalanda thought. Next question.
Past. Oh, okay.
Hi, my name is Sam Feldman. I'm here with Kivunim also. Thank you so much for talking to us and answering our questions. It's really an honor. I'm wondering, you've talked about all these conflicts in the world, Israel and Palestine, Myanmar and the Rohingya, what's happening there. And so often when there's this conflict, for the first generation after the conflict, Tibetan and Chinese, it's impossible to make peace. It's just too hard and everyone has gone through it. But what can we do as the next generation? And in all these conflicts, what should the next generation do to ensure that there's more peace? And each generation that happens, you get closer to solving the conflict.
As I mentioned earlier, one time, as I mentioned, it's a small group, consists some Jews, some Palestine. Their aim is try to develop harmony. So that's the only way. At the practical level, as I mentioned earlier, whether we like it or not, we have to live side by side. So, as I mentioned earlier, it reminds the past difficulties, but at the same time, you made clear that difficult relation, no benefit to everyone. Live harmoniously as brothers, sisters, and build the whole area. That's common interest and common responsibility. It's much better. Not just to repeat, remind negative thing. Mention negative thing, but then through that kind of sort of hatred, what result? Unhappiness, more anger. That's my feel. My feeling. I always tell in Tibetan. So whether we like it or not, we cannot expel all the Chinese. And historically, sometimes you see in the 7th century, 8th century, the Chinese emperor, Tibetan emperor, through marriage, very close link. So it is better to think also the more positive thing. At the same time, we carry our struggle to criticize, to struggle the Chinese atrocity and discrimination like that. Okay.
Last question. One last question, please.
Oh, there are so many.
Hi. Oh, I'm Philippa. I'm wondering, as young adults who are starting to venture out on the world, to the world by ourselves, what is the best piece of advice that you can give us?
According to my own experience, it's the sameness of human being. Wherever I go, I always consider them same human brothers, sisters, and I myself also one of them. Then immediately we become, smile is very good. Genuine smile, not artificial smile, a sarcastic smile or diplomatic smile. Genuine human smile. Even dogs, I think, appreciate. And when you show them a nice face, they also do that. If you show them your sort of angry face, dogs also, you see, some feeling, isn't it? So, you see, when I meet people who inspired my smile, not just from smiling, then I do this, tickle. Then they showing a smile. I feel much better then. if you right from the beginning, or they are something different than me, remain like that. No benefit, no value. So that's, and then tourist is a different place. It's good to see different people, different culture. And basically, we are same. Now, I think, one last question.
Hi, my name is Sammy. Thank you so much for talking to us today. I was wondering if you think that it's possible for a person to really find peace in their lifetime, and if personally you think that you'll be able to truly find peace if you don't get to see a free Tibet in your lifetime.
Now this is related with emotion. With sort of positive emotion, like sense of concern of others' well-being, or sameness of other fellow human being, and strong belief that, and a strong sense of feeling of their well-being, these are the solid basis. That emotion is solid basis. Anger, this is my enemy, and distrust, and get irritation, anger. No solid basis. The reason, compassion, thinking more, that strength of compassion increasing month by month, year by year, because solid basis, reasons. Now scientists say now that constant anger, constant because of hatred is actually eating our immune system. That now scientists say. Our own sort of experience. You see, constant sort of anger, fear. The whole day, and even night, some nightmare. Daytime, happy, peace of mind. Then whole day, much happier. So therefore, now we must think, analyze. When we develop anger, there may be some reason, but that due to short-sightedness and lack of holistic. If you look more holistic way, then you can see some negative, some positive, not only negative. One American scientist, I think he may be Jewish, I think. I don't know. Maybe Jews. And anyway, Aaron Beck, now his age, now his age 96 or something. He told me, see, when people develop anger, the object, most cases human being, it appears very negative. But actually, 90% of that negativeness is mental projection. Why? How? You just look negative side. If you look from wider perspective, not only negative, but some positive also there. So then immediately, your sort of feeling become more calm. The most of destructive sort of emotion through one anger, not seeing other anger. Narrow-minded. The compassion, holistic way. So that's much more stable, solid basis. So we can training compassion year by year, increasing. Anger, part of our mind, but spontaneously come, not much sound basis. Okay, what do you think? Some sense? Yeah. So therefore, you see, anger, we cannot meditate on anger. If you too much anger come, then you, because of the food, no taste, no sleep, even your best friend come, you feel because of irritation, like that. So, from ancient Indian sort of psychology, they say all these destructive emotion based on ignorance. Destructive emotion based on ignorance, short-sighted, one-sided, not objective. Constructive emotion based on reason, based on the holistic way. So that's ancient Indian psychology. Jewish people, as far as spiritual is concerned, you see, you should remain with Judaism. But these things, I think, really worthwhile to learn from ancient Indian tradition, not as a religion, but an academic subject. Now, these days, I'm telling, we learn hygiene of physical. So similarly, it is very relevant. We need to learn hygiene of emotion. Isn't it? This is my own sort of experience. So now it is nearly 83 years old, and my whole life quite difficult. One occasion I met one Tibetan. I asked him, do you feel angry towards Chinese? And before his answer come, his face become red and become like that. Very, very angry. But, say, in my mind, the Chinese also human being. Historically, we live side by side. Their anger sometimes come, not remain whole their life when they are young children, as a human being, as a children. Because of political, reasons, or some the leaders, too much politicized, or brainwash. So we can complain. They are negative emotion, not the person. Okay. So I do these things. So therefore, let's say, in spite difficult life, I think comparatively my mind quite peaceful. So I always, occasionally, so some of my friends, they may see Dalai Lama's angry face. Otherwise, you see, I always smile, isn't it? That does not mean no problem. Problem there. But no use too much sort of anger or hatred. No use. The open mind, much better for my own health, my own peace of mind. Okay, isn't it? So I hope, like this young Jewish, I hope it's a more constant contact. I have, you see, since over 30 years, I have series of the meeting with scientists about peace of mind and existing education, these things. So, continue.
12 to the 16th of March.
March? March 12th.
12 to the 16th.
5 days, some meeting with scientists. So if anyone is who want to participate that, most welcome. So the Jewish people, particularly in Israel, you mean like that? That's not good. There's a more wider contact. Contact not only physical level, but also, you see, the different sort of philosophical views and different also the knowledge about the human mind and a different sort of method how to tackle our emotion. That's very important. For myself also, when I was in Tibet, isolated, only Buddhist sort of theory, Buddhist philosophy. after I came to India, meeting with various different people, including atheists, very helpful to widen my way of thinking. So similarly, you people, more contact with sort of different philosophical views, different sort of culture is very useful. Okay, thank you.